just like to say, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you like this content, hit that like button and also hit that notification bell. Alright, so basically I'm on my way to Myrtle's Inlet, aka the Marsh Walk. Bike Week begins today officially, and I'm just taking a short drive from where I live over there, and I'll bring you some content, live content. I'm going to try and see if I can set up along the roadway and catch vehicles, bikes, and custom cars as well as they go by. And also, if not during that live broadcast, then another one, I'll actually go into the areas where the vendors are. Now, there's 3 locations where bike usually pops off, and the obvious one, Myrtle Beach, which over the last couple of years has kind of been pushing over towards Myrtle's Inlet because of the Myrtle Beach with their traffic restrictions and whatnot. So in the past, you used to have great viewing up and down Ocean Boulevard with the bikes, but then they changed traffic patterns and made it only one way at a certain time, and it was not too friendly for that type of activity. Still, it's worth hanging out there. There's a lot to see, and you got the beach right there as well. Further north from there is Barefoot Landing, which is a restaurant and entertainment venue and shopping venue, and there's usually a decent amount of vendors that set up there during Bike Week. However, that's also kind of dropped off a little bit because of everything with the city of Myrtle Beach. And so the third location, which has become more and more popular, and is in Myrtle's Inlet, which is in Georgetown County. Well, part of it is in Georgetown County, the other part is still Horry. You have on the Marsh Walk all the bars and restaurants and the activities that go on, the vendors, a lot more vendors. You got Spokes and Bones, which isn't on the Marsh Walk, it's on Business 17, but that's a good hangout. You can eat there, bars, live music, a lot of things going on. It's a fun place. And then, like I said, the Marsh Walk, where most of the stuff is, such as Suck Bang Blow and the Beaver Bar, they have a whole big setup there and entertainment. And Suck Bang Blow is notorious for the biker burnouts and other stuff like that. So that's always fun. And there's a large police presence there, though. Don't be fooled. So if you act the fool, they're gonna bring you to school. You know what I mean? Treat everybody with respect, obviously. Everybody wants to have a good time, and quite frankly, the years I've gone to Bike Week, I've never seen anything bad go on or heard of anything bad. Now, due to my back, I no longer ride, so going to Bike Week for me is driving my car. But I still love the community, and it's always a fun time attending the Bike Week. Now, this is the spring rally, and there's also a fall rally. As far as size goes, I'd say probably a little more people attend the spring rally than the fall, but not by much. You know, everything depends on the weather. So you got people who are last minute planners and they're waiting to see, you know, am I going to take the trip? How's the weather going to be? And so you'll have those people. But for the most part, it kind of evens out between the fall and, I mean, between the spring and the fall rally attendance. Well, I have somebody from Brazil, I see, and welcome. If you've ever been to the United States, hit that like button. And if you have, well, we're glad to have you. And, you know, if you're plan on coming back sometime, then great. And it's all about being legal coming back here. All right. So, I'm probably about 10 minutes from my destination. However, probably be a little bit of a challenge parking wise. So it may take me a little longer to find a parking spot and then walk from wherever I park and set up. So once I park, I'm going to end the live stream, this live stream, and then once I'm all set up, I'll start another live stream, and hopefully you'll all hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of my next stream. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. And hit that like button and hit that notification bell. Am I British? No, I am not British. I don't know where you get that from. The shirt I'm wearing is the American flag. I even have the 250th anniversary patch on there. Although I have British ancestry, so I guess technically, yeah, you can say that. Now, if you've ever been to Bike Week here in South Carolina, in Myrtle Beach, hit that like button. And for those who haven't, and whether you live in the country or outside the country, if you have the means to do so, I highly recommend that you do attend, especially, obviously, if you love bikes or are a biker. A lot of people come to the Myrtle Beach Bike Week from all over the country. It's one of the oldest bike weeks in the country. I believe it started in the late 1930s. The oldest bike week in the country, however, is up in Laconia, New Hampshire. That one's over 100 years old. And of course, one of the infamous ones is the Sturgis one out in South Dakota, which I believe Sturgis is older than the Myrtle Beach one. So, I mean, I believe. But, and there's also Daytona. Anyway, there's always a lot of activities going on. During the day, you can say that, okay, you could bring your kids, but at night, I wouldn't necessarily do so. You can get a little risque, if you know what I'm talking about. For the most part, everybody behaves. You know, even though people drink to excess, but you know, for the most part, people behave themselves, and just like any place where there's drinking going on, you're gonna have some knuckleheads, but nothing to spoil it for the group, you know, for everybody. Most people keep themselves in check, and you might be wondering, well, you know, biking show up, you know, the 1%ers, and you know, look, you can't stop them from coming. They have a right to come. But they aren't looking for trouble, okay? They'll generally keep themselves, and, you know, they're like a rattlesnake. If you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you. So, you know, and they're not looking to get arrested. But, you know, be aware that you could see biker gangs, and not to be worried about that. They're not, you know, marauding the area, raping and pillaging, okay? They're free spirits, but bottom line, they're like you and me. Just want to have a good time and not be hassled. So, getting closer to my destination. And for those who are interested in the price of gas down here, it ranges $3.80 on up, depending on where you go and what kind of discount you might have with a particular gasoline brand. You know, due to the Iran war, it's caused the gas prices to shoot up. Before the war, $1 a gallon less, even actually less than that. It was maybe even close to $1.50 a gallon less. That's for regular. But this will pass, and prices will come down again. So it's just a temporary effect. But there'll be people who will make adjustments in their plans because of such. So we'll see how that affects the tourist season down here as it begins to kick off. Basically, end of May, beginning of June. All right, so we're officially in Georgetown County, in the locale of Murrells Inlet, and I'm gonna have to figure out where I want to park. I'm not gonna park in one of the lots on the Marsh Walk, because they nail cars with a $10 parking fee, sometimes even more, as opposed to parking your bike where they only charge $5. And then again, if you're parking in one of the establishments with your bike, well, they generally don't charge you. Parking is free, and it's on a first come, first served basis. But if you're driving your car, you're going to get charged. So what I'm looking to do is, there's a shopping center parking lot which is across the way from one of the entrances that lead into the rally location, and park there for free, and then just walk over. And actually, I wasn't paying attention, and I should have veered to the left. So now I gotta waste time and come back around. Now, let me see. Now they've changed a lot here. The traffic patterns and everything. So I'm gonna try and get across here. All right. Let me get over here. Actually, right here. All right. So I found a parking spot. Just a short walk away from the beginnings of the roadway where the Myrtle's Inlet Bike Week kicks off. So I'm going to leave you at this time. I appreciate everybody who has tuned in. Hello to everyone. And like I've been saying, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I go back live, which should be within the next half hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to stop first and get a nice beverage at I'll give them a shout out at the Acme Bar and Grill, and they're known for their wicked Bloody Marys. So if you are in this area, again, Acme Bar and Grill is just across from the beginning of the Marsh Walk Bike Week, and they have good food in there, and service, and you know, obviously drinks, and they're pretty well known down here for their Bloody Mary. So on Sundays, if you're looking to get a little bit of the hair of the dog that bit you, well, head on down to Acme Bar and Grill. All right, so I'm going to cut this feed. I appreciate you all for watching. Maybe I'll see somebody down here if you happen to see me. Well, I'll be wearing this outfit, and you know, say hello. So until a little bit later, I'm gonna say adios, and please subscribe and hit the like button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm back live. I'll be setting up hopefully along the roadway, and we can watch the bikes go by and other things like that. Okay, once again, thanks for watching, appreciate you, and I'll see you in a little bit.